Hello and welcome to See This If. I'm Ben Lewis, and in this video we'll be looking at The Incredibles 2. 14 years ago! 14 years ago! 14 years! That's how long it's taken for the sequel to Incredibles 2 to come out. The question is it any good? It's a Pixar film, of course it's good. But on a level of good to brilliant, how good is it? Okay, I don't do scales or ratings, but we'll get to my thoughts in a moment. The Incredibles 2 starts exactly where Incredibles 1 finishes. So it's probably a good idea if you rewatch that just before going into the cinema again. It's a welcome return for the family, and it goes off in a completely new direction. In some ways, you feel like it never went away. In other ways, you do feel a little bit of the gap. This time around, an eccentric millionaire is upset about the way superheroes, or supers as they're referred to in this franchise, have been treated. So he decides to start a publicity campaign to re-image the superheroes in a better light. Starting with Elastigirl, who, statistically speaking, is apparently a lot cleaner than Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible then is left at home to look after the kids. The dynamic of this film is fantastic. It is great to see a role reversal in this film and see the two play off each other. Craig T. Nelson and Holly Hunter, who are the voices of the two lead characters, still have that great chemistry from the previous film and work really well together. The magic for me about the first film was that the action had a certain rhythm to it, and it kept it fresh and it kept the ball rolling. There were two sort of storylines that paralleled one another, and they eventually melded together, and you get a real sense of victory at the end. The Incredibles 2 does a similar thing, however the stories appear to be a bit more contrasting, and one tends to slow down the other in places. That said, they're both really interesting stories, and if you stick with it, it does come to an incredibly satisfying climax. Those who, like me, appreciated Jack Jack in the first film will appreciate the screen time Jack Jack gets in this one. He's the baby, and he's discovering that he has a whole host of powers that the family are just getting to discover as well. There are some hilarious scenes, particularly one with the raccoon, and it's probably the highlight of the film. Samuel L. Jackson is also back as Frozone, and he is as funny as ever. Was Incredibles 2 worth the wait though? Between then and now, we've had a whole host of Marvel films and comic book films in general. So the expectation for audiences has risen. These films need to stay fresh, and that's what Incredibles 2 does. It brings something new to the table, it brings something fresh. There is a dynamic in the family that really works, and it's just a great and enjoyable film to watch. I thoroughly recommend it. See this if you are a fan of Pixar films, especially The Incredibles. And if there is an Incredibles 3 on the way, then don't leave it as long as last time, Pixar. What did you think of The Incredibles 2? Did you think it was worth the wait, or do you think they should have just kept it to the single film? Leave your comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Please like and subscribe to my Facebook page and of course my YouTube channel. I'll leave the links below, and I'll see you in the next video.